So is the screen is visible to you? Okay, let me share this too. Now it is visible. Okay, let me open it. It is visible to you now. Okay. So what we have studied in the last class? Yes. So what was the formula? What was the identity? Yes. So you have solved the exercise. Okay. So can you show me once? Yes. Can you share the screen and show me? Yes. But means where do you solve the questions? In the screen or right in your tab? No, you are solving the questions in the tab, right? You are starting in your tab or laptop, whatever you have. What do you have? Okay. So like in what do you do your like how do you do your homework? You write on your copy notebook or you write on the tab itself? Notebook, right? Okay. Okay. So next time if you complete the homework, you can send me in the WhatsApp, okay? Yes, you can just click a photo and you can send me in a WhatsApp so that I can just check that like you have completed or right. Okay. Yes. So you have any doubt in all above questions in exercise 4.1 or 4.2? Yes, which one? You don't understand how to solve this. Okay. Yes. So how the formula came? That's you want to. Okay. A plus B whole square. Okay. So this is the we have this is the like how do we visualize this a plus b whole square? A plus b whole square. See, we are taking a square of a plus b units. Okay, we are taking a square of length a plus b unit. Let's say it is a square. Its length is a plus b unit, right? A plus b unit. Okay, and let's say we are breaking it from any point and we are saying the larger part as a units and the smaller part as b unit. Okay, yes, and in all the sides it will be same. It is a plus b unit and the larger part is uh, yes, the larger part is a unit and smaller one is b unit, right? Here also same. Here also same. So what we are getting, we can make a square from here also like this. Yes. So this is a how much this unit? This unit is a unit, right? This length is a unit, and this is also a unit, and this is also a unit. So this is a square of length a. Okay. So what will be the area of this square? Like area of this square? Yes, a square. area of first is a square. Okay, and here we have the breadth as 4 b unit, and the length is up to this. So length, what is the length here? Length is a unit, right? Yes, we have a square of a plus b unit, and we break it into two parts. The smaller one is b unit and the larger one is a unit. So this is the larger part, no? Yes, that's why this is a unit. So what will be the area of this rectangle? This rectangle, tell me. Yes, a into b. So we will name it as 2, and the area of 2 is a into b. Okay. Here also, if we want to solve here, see, this is the third part. Its length is a unit, right? And its breadth is b unit. Okay. Yes. So what will be the area of this? Area of third part is also length into breadth. Length is a and breadth is b. So that will become also ab, right? And the last part is we have a square of b unit. Yes. So what will the area of b? Area of this fourth part, that is b square. So when we add all these things, we will get the area of whole square. That is area of a plus b, area of a square of a plus b unit. So when we add 1, 2, 3, and 4, what we will get after adding 1, 2, 3, and 4? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. So what is the area of first part? Which is a square, plus second part, area of second part is AB, right? Yes, and area of third part is also AB, and area of fourth part is B square, right? So what it will become? AB plus AB becomes 2AB. Yes, and here it is A square plus B square, right? So, so this is the area of which? Area of whole square, and whole square have length A plus B unit, right? Yes. So this becomes a plus b whole square, which is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. Now you have, do you have any doubt in this? Okay, great. Yes. So you have completed 4.1, right? Okay. And this you have understand how it become the area of a minus b whole square. How it comes? Okay. And exercise 4.2. Have you any doubt in this? Yes. Any doubt? Fourth one. Okay. Fourth one, right? 64 p square plus 32 upon 3 pq plus 4 upon 9 q square. So, very firstly, can we just take the LCM of all these things? We can take LCM. Yes. Have you solved all these things? All these other questions? Okay, other ones are easy. Okay. Mm, Just wait. 64 is 8 square, right? And 4 by 9 is 2 by 3 whole square, right? And 32 by 3. Let's factorize 32, what we are getting. Um, let's try this. 2 into 8 into 2 by 3. So we have got like 2 8 is 16 to 32, it is 32 by 3. So where the problem occurs? Why do you not able to solve this? Wait, I am telling you. It's not working. You have solved this. Question number 4, you have asked for, yes, we will apply the identity here. That is, see, we have 64. We know the square root of 64, that is 8p whole square, right? We can write 64p square as 8p whole square. And here, let's solve the b part. That is 4 by 9. We can write 4 by 9 as 2 by 3q whole square. We can write, right? Yes. Now, what is the middle term of the identity? That is 2 into ab, right? Yes. 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 2 into 8 into 8p into 2 by 3 q. Yes. So what we are getting here is 8p whole square plus 2 8s are 16 and 16 2s are 32. That is 32 by 3 q pq and plus 2 by 3 q whole square. Right? Right? So what can we write? How can we write it as like deduce the identity? That is a square plus 2ab plus b square. It becomes a plus b whole square. That is a is 8p and b is 2 by 3 q. It becomes 8p plus 2 by 3q whole square. Okay. Yes. So this will be the answer of fourth number question. Yes. Any other question? Okay. So question number 2 completed. Yes. So how have you solved two part the two of 80 minus 1? Okay, this is the first part, 80 minus 1 whole square, and the second one is 193 whole square is 200 minus 7, right? Yes, very good. And that this is 300 minus 1 whole square. Okay. Yes, very good. So now we are going to learn about few more identities. Okay. Earlier we have uh, study about the identity that contain only two terms. Okay, right? We have studied about a plus b whole square, a minus b whole square. All these identities contain only two terms. Now we are going to solve the identities which contain three terms. That is a, b, and c. Okay. Yes. So let us see what will happen if we want to find the square of sum of three numbers. Let us replace b plus c by d. Then it becomes a plus d whole square, right? If we replace b plus c as d, then it becomes a plus d whole square. And we know the formula of two terms. A plus d whole square is a square plus 2ad plus d square, right? Then now if we again replace the value of d in the equation, what we will get? That is a plus d square is plus b plus c whole square, right? And if we replace d by b plus c, then what we will get? Tell me. A square plus 2a into b plus c, right? Yes. See, firstly we have assumed b plus c as d, right? And then we have solved it by a plus d whole square. We know the formula, that is a square plus 2ad plus d square, right? And again we are again replacing the value of d by b plus c. What we are taking, we have taken earlier, right? That is a square plus 2a into d. In place of d, we are writing b plus c, right? And plus d square. D square is b plus c whole square, right? So simplify this. What it becomes? It becomes a plus b plus c whole square, which is equal to a square plus, say, 2a into b is, yes, 2ab plus 2bc. Yes. Yes, 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 2ac. 2ab plus ac. And what is the expansion of b plus c whole square? What is the expansion of b plus c whole square? See, b plus c whole square. Yes. B square plus 2 into bc plus c square, right? So this is the formula of a plus b plus c whole square. After rearranging this, we will get a square plus b square. Here we have b square, and here we have c square plus c square, and the rest terms plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ac. This is the formula of a plus b plus c whole square. Okay? Yes. So memorize the formula, okay? A plus b plus c whole square. A square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ac. Yes. Because it is going to apply in the question, so you need to memorize it. Yes, for three terms. Yes. See in the model how it is solved. Now we have three terms, so we will divide the whole length into three parts. Okay. Yes. Earlier we have two terms. That's why we are dividing the length of the whole square in two parts. Now we have three terms. That's why we will divide it in the three parts. Okay. The larger one we are saying it as A, and the middle one is B, and the smaller one we call it as C unit. Okay, and it is applicable in all the sides of the square. Okay, and the total unit is, the total length of the square is a plus b plus c unit. Okay. Yes. So so in all the parts we have divided in the same way, like a unit, b unit, and c unit. Okay. So yes, so let's say this is the first part we have, this is the second one, this is third part, this is fourth part, this is fifth part, this is sixth, this is seventh, this is eighth part, and this is nine. Total we have nine parts. We need to calculate the area of each part, and then we have to add all the areas. Then we will get the area of this a plus b plus c whole square. Okay. So tell me what is the area of first part? A into A is A square, right? Area of the second part is, yes, A into B. The side is, the length is A unit and the breadth is B unit. That is the area becomes AB. Okay. And what is the area of third part? That is the length. Yes, AC. Length is A unit and breadth is C unit. Yes. Here we have the middle. Sorry, it is like the middle part we have is B unit, and the smaller part we have is C unit, right? Here also we have same, middle part is B unit and it is C unit. So what is the area of fourth part? The length B into, yes, B into C. Okay. And what is the area of fifth part? See, it is a square. Yes, B square. What is the area of sixth part? AB. Yes, AB. And what is the area of seventh part? Yes, AC. AC. The side we have, this side is, the larger side is A unit, right? And the smaller side is C unit. So area is A into C. Yes. And the what is the area of this green part? 8 part. Yes, CB. Here I am writing C into B. Okay, right. And what is the area of the smallest part? That is C square, right? Yes, C square. So when we add all these areas, what we will get? Tell me. Yes, tell me all the areas line by line, like area of part 1, part 2, part 3, all the areas. What is the first one? Yes, yes. Let me write A plus B plus C whole square, which is equal to A square plus second part. The area of second part is AB, right? AB. And third part is AC. Fourth one is, no, it is BC. BC, right? BC. And B square, yes, plus AB, yes. And C, seventh part is AC. AC plus BC. BC plus C square, yes. Now we can observe that we have AB here also, and uh, is there some mistake? Why we have written here AC, like after B square we don't have A square, right? Here we have, it is, here it is mistake. We have done a mistake. It is not A square, it is like the sixth part. It is AB, right? After B square, we have the area is AB, right? Yes, AB. So we can here observe that AB is two times, like AB here also. Here also we have AB, right? Yes, and for BC, here also we have BC, and here also we have BC. That is 2 BC. And AC is also 2, right? Yes. 2 AB, we have 2 AB, 2 BC, and we have 2 AC, right? So we can write it as A square plus, uh, that's it. Firstly, we will write all the square parts. That's A square plus B square plus C square. A square plus B square plus C square. Now we add the other parts. That is AB. AB is 2 times. Then we can write 2AB, right? We have area of AB. We have 2 times, right? AB plus AB. See here, the second part, area of second part is also AB, and area of sixth part is also AB. So we have 2AB, 2BC, and 2AC. So this is how the formula becomes A square plus B square plus C square plus 2AB plus 2BC plus 2AC. Okay, understood? This is the geometrical model of A plus B plus C whole square. Yes. So we have three formulas. We have studied till three formulas we have studied. That is, first one is A plus B whole square, second is A minus B whole square, and third is A plus B plus C whole square. Okay? Yes. So now come to exercise 4.3. Find the following squares using one of the above identities. Determine which of these identities will make this calculation easier. So we need to find the square of this question, and we need to apply any of these three formulas which will make the question to solve easier. Okay. Yes. So 117 whole square. So what will we apply in this? 117. 100 plus 17. So it will become complicated, right? We need to solve it in an easier way. Let us take an example here. We have 119 whole square. So how we will calculate the 190 square? That is, yes, 100 square. Yes, we will break 119 in three parts. Okay, that is 100 plus 10, that is 110, and plus 9, that is 190. Then it becomes easier to solve, like, right? Yes. So we can easily do 100 square, we can easily do 10 square, we can easily do 9 square, right? And we can easily calculate all these things. So we just need to make our calculation easier. Yes. So how will solve 117 square? Tell me. Just wait a minute. Just try to solve. Yes, tell me. Yes. Yes, very good, very good. You have calculated in your mind itself, right? So we will break it into three parts. That is 100 plus 10 plus 7 whole square, right? And now we can calculate it as a square, a plus b plus c whole square. A is a, b is 10, and c is 7. So a square is 100 square, right? And 10 square, b square is 10 square, and c square is 7 square, and plus 2ab, that is 2 into a is 100 into b is 10, right? And plus 2, then a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc, right? B is 10 and C is 7, right? 2AB plus 2BC, and the last one is 2AC. That is A is 100 and C is 7, right? Yes. So when you will calculate all these things, you will get the answer of 170 whole square, right? Yes. See the next question. How we will do this? What 78 square? No, no, the second one. That is 78 square. Yes, yes, 70 plus 8, right? 8 whole square. So we don't need to apply the third three term formula always, okay? We just need to see which formula will make our calculation easier. Then we will apply only this formula, okay? Here 70 plus 8 will become the calculation easier, okay? We cannot break it more, right? Yes, just 8 is fine. Yes, very good. And 198 square is 200 minus 2 whole square. Very good. And 214 whole square, that is 214 whole square. Tell me. Yes, very good. 200 plus 10 plus 4 whole square. And after expanding this, we will get the answer, okay? After expanding and calculating the all the calculations. Right? What is the 1104 whole square? Tell me. Yes, 1000 plus 100 plus 4 whole square. That is 1000 plus 100, 100 1100, and 4 is 1104. Okay. Yes. And what is 1120 square? Yes, 1000 plus 100 plus 20. Yes, very good. So you will solve this by yourself? Yes. So let us solve this. 16y square minus 24y plus 20 plus 9. Let us open the whiteboard. Yes, the question is here. Wait. 16y square minus 24y plus 9. Let me open the desktop also. Yes, yes. This is the question. 16y square minus 24y plus 9, right? Yes. The board is visible to you? Yes. So we need to find the suitable identity for this, right? So how we will solve this? 16, we can write it as 4y whole square, right? And minus 24, we can write 2 into 4 into 8 and 3, right? 2 into 4 into 3, y, right? See, 2 4 the 8 and 8 into 3 is 24, right? So, and 9 is we can write 3 whole square, right? So, what it will become? A square. This is of the form a square minus 2ab plus b square, right? So, we can write it as a minus b whole square, and it becomes 4y minus 3 whole square, right? Yes, you are getting it, right? You have understood all the things. Sorry, when we will expand it, this sign. Yes, we can see that in the question we have the minus sign. That's why the formula for a minus b whole square is a square minus 2ab plus b square. So if in the question we have, yes, yes, there are three terms, but here we are applying the formula of this only, two terms only, a minus b whole square. Yes, this formula we are applying here. Yes, we are. You are thinking about a plus b plus c whole square. This is not here. This is not here. The question here, the formula here used is this a minus b whole square. Let's solve the next question. You will understand. Okay. Yes. The next question is 9 by 4 s square plus 6 st plus 4t square. So the next question is, let's take some different. Yes, 9. Wait. Hmm. 9 by 4 s square plus, what was the question? 9 by 4 s square plus 6 st plus 4t square. 9 by 4 s square plus 6 st plus 4t square. Right. So how we will solve this? See, if in the question we have to deduce the question in simpler way. So if in the question we have three terms, so we will see which formula is applying. We will first observe this. In the formula of a plus b whole square, we have three terms. That is a square plus 2ab plus c square. Okay, and this is same as this. It will be something a square, and this will be some 2ab, and this will be some b square, right? So we need to find the a and b here, and we need to write this term in this term in the question, right? Yes, we need to deduce this from this. This is given to us in the question and we need to find this part. Okay. Yes. So how we will do it? Tell me. 9 by 4 s square. So what can we write 9 by 4 is? Yes. 3 by 2 s whole square. Right. And 6. What can we write 6? Firstly, we will also see the formula. In the formula we have 2 into ab. So firstly we will do 2 into a. We will find a 3 by 2 s. Yes. So what we have left to find the to get 6st. What we have left to get 6st? That's see 2 into 3 by 2 s. 2 will get cancelled. Okay. So what we are left with to get 6? 2. Yes. And s, we have s here. Here also we have s. So what is left here? T. Yes. So now we have get the whole same left hand side and right hand side. That is 3 into 2st. 6st is equal to 6st, right? Yes. So that's how we find the terms A and B, okay? And that's how we will break the middle term. That is twice of A. A is 3 by 2s, and we get 2, we get B as 2 into T, right? Yes. Now we will get 2A into B. We have got all the values, that is A and B and 2AB. So here we can write what is the value of 4t square. What can we write 4t square? We can write 2t whole square. No, we cannot write. See, from this we can also see the square of 2t is 4t square, right? And here, yes, we can write 2t whole square. That's why, that's what I am trying to like make you understand, that here we have 2 into a. We have calculated a from this 9 by 4 s square. We can write 9 by 4 as 3 by 2 s whole square, right? So here we have find a. We have find a, and for the middle term 6st, we have to find 2 into a into b, and we have already find a, that is a is equal to 3 by 2 s. That we can write here 2 into 3 by 2 s, right? So what we are left with in 6st, we have 2 into 3 by 2s. So after cancelling out this, we are left with 2t, right? If we multiply 2t here, we will get the 6st, right? Yes. So when we multiply 2t, we will get the b here. Yes. 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 And the last term is b square. And b square, b is, we have b as 2t. So b square is 2t whole square, right? Yes. So what the formula will become? Tell me. It become a square plus 2ab plus b square. And a here is 3 by 2s and b as 2t. We can write it as 3 as 3 by 2s plus 2t whole square. Do you understand this? Okay. Yes. So second one also completed. Third one, see. In this we can see there are so many terms, right? Yes, very good, very good, very good. We need to reduce it in the form of a plus b plus c whole square, right? Yes. So let's find this. M square by 9. Let's write here. Yes. M square by 9 plus mk upon 3 plus k square by 4 plus mk upon 3 plus k square by 4 plus 3nk plus 2 mn plus 9k n square. 3mk plus 2mn plus 9. What is 9k square? 9n square. Okay. 3, it is nk, 9n square, right? And it is 3nk. 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 Is the question right? Let's check. M square by 9 MK by 3K and 3 MK plus. Yes, the question is right. So let's solve it. How will we solve it? Tell me. Firstly, we will write the identity. Firstly, we will write the identity that we know that we know that a plus b plus c whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ac. Okay. Now we'll solve the question. Yes, we can write, but we need to check now what is. We need to find what is A, what is B, and what is C. Can you see? Can you see from this? Can you find what is A, B, C? Tell me what is the value of A, B, and C? Yes. No, all that's all the term. Can you find the value of A, B, C from the whole term? Yes. So that's why we need to solve it, right? I can say here, we can see that m square by 9. So we can factorize m square by 9 is m by 3 whole square, right? And and see, first observe all the square terms, okay? First observe this term and this term, right? All the square terms. So the first square term is m square by 9. So we can write it as m by 3 whole square, right? Yes. And second, we are looking at this k square by 4. What we can write k square by 4? We can write k by 2 whole square, right? And the third square term is 9 square. So what we can write 9 square is? We can write 3n whole square, right? Yes. So I have find it here that a is this, a is m by 3, b is k by 2, and c is 3n, right? But here I can find like this, but here we need to solve this. We have to solve this in the question paper, right? Okay. In the exam, we have to solve the whole process, right? Yes. So tell me m square by 9 becomes m by 3 whole square. And firstly, we will solve the k square terms. That is k by 2 whole square and 3 9n square, we can write it as 3n whole square, right? Yes. So we have get A, B, and C. So what is the formula? A square, B square, C square, and 2AB. So what is the value of A? Tell me. 2 into A will be M by 3, and B will be K by 2. Right? And 2 into BC. Tell me. What is B? 2 into, yes, B is K by 2, and C is 3N. Yes. And again, the last one is 2AC. So 2 into A is M by 3 at 3N. Yes. So now solving this equation, we will get the same above. See, we don't need to write the question again. We just need to observe here that what we are getting. We are getting m by 3 whole square, k by 2 whole square, 3n whole square, and after cancelling this 2 and 2, 2 and 2 will get cancelled, right? Yes. So what we are getting mk upon 3, right? And we have in the question mk upon 3, right? We just need to recheck this, verify this. So, so we are getting mk by 3, and we have already this in the question mk by 3. Now the next term is 2 into k by 2 into 3n. We can cancel the 2 here, right? We can cancel the 2, right? This is 2 into k by 2. So this 2 is in the divide and this is in the multiply. So we can cancel this 2. We don't need to cancel which, I am just telling you that we will cancel.